don't remember it, it was founded by Tina Brown, who had been the editor of The New Yorker, and it was the magazine to save magazines in the early days of the internet. And I just remember one thing from Talk Magazine, and you may not remember it, but you remember the word that I learned from it. It was the picture of this handsome dude with cool clothes and nice hair in this awesome apartment, and it said that he could cook, and he could talk about foreign films, and he was a metrosexual. And I saw that page, and I was like, I have an identity. I'm a metrosexual, which was pretty cool when I lived in Washington, D.C., because living in Washington, D.C., nobody questioned your sexuality just because you owned Alanis Morissette CDs. They just assumed that you worked for a liberal nonprofit, and I did. But then I moved to Wisconsin, and metrosexuals were not playing in Wisconsin. I wasn't making friends, I definitely wasn't dating, and I felt like crap about it. So one day, I stumble upon a pamphlet for a salon called the Cha-Cha Lounge, and it says that if dudes come in every 3 weeks, they can get haircuts for only $14. And I think that is a great price to rent a friend for approximately 45 minutes a month. So I start spending a lot of time at the Cha-Cha Lounge, which was awesome. They had the Asteroids arcade game in there, everyone was super punk and covered in tattoos, and my stylist's name was Janet Lust. So I'm spending a good amount of time in Janet's chair, getting my hair done, staring at myself in her mirror, and I realized that though I'm a fashionable guy on the outside, underneath it all, I'm still a hairy dude from Kansas. And I realized that my eyebrows are becoming a little less plural and a little more singular. So I start thinking maybe I should let Janet wax them, and she thinks I definitely should, but she senses that I'm concerned that getting my eyebrows waxed will accentuate my femininity problem in Wisconsin. To which she says, whatever, Brady, I'm not going to give you bitch brows. But I have to give this a lot of thought, because I'm super nervous about it. I treat this like it's one of the biggest decisions of my life. Friends are saying that my entire face will be taken over like a sci-fi movie. But ultimately, I decide that I want to do it, not because I think it'll help me with girls. I don't think it will. I just want to do it. It's a thing that, for whatever reason, I want to do for me. I guess what I'm saying is, I didn't want to let my eyebrows define me. I was going to define my eyebrows. I mean, technically speaking, Janet would define my eyebrows, but... And so when I go in there that first time, Janet was really looking forward to it, because normally dudes are really namby-pamby about getting hair ripped off their face, but let me tell you, like, even the sensitive parts, she tore it off, I didn't make a sound. What I'm telling you is, when it comes to getting my eyebrows waxed, I'm kind of a tough guy. So, the physical pain didn't bother me very much, but I was very emotionally raw after getting this done. Like, I could barely talk to Janet during the haircut that followed, and like, when she asked me, like, what do you think, how do you look, I'm just like, I don't know, I just mumble sheepishly, and leave, and I'm so scared. So it's the morning, and it's the moment of truth, I need to go into my office. And what I want is to look imperceptibly better. I don't want anyone to be able to put their finger on what's changed. I just want to, you know. And in my office, it's this like open plan office of like 6 people, and I'm really worried the woman who sits right next to me in my office, who's like my least favorite coworker of all time, she's just ugly little troll of a woman, and I know that if anyone's going to say something, she will. But I'm ecstatic when I get into the office because there's this meeting going on and they're not paying any attention to me, which is perfect. So I sit down, I start doing my work, but then the meeting breaks up and they're having post-meeting chit-chat, which is fine, but then, to my horror, the conversation turns to like salons and haircuts out of nowhere in Wisconsin. And so then this horrible little coworker starts talking about how my stylist always wants me to wax my eyebrows and I don't see what the point would be. And I'm like, there'd be no point for you because nothing something that's gonna help. Save your 15 bucks. But then the IT dude turns and looks at me and he's like, you have really symmetrical eyebrows for a guy. And my other coworker's like, yeah, I never really noticed it before. And I'm like, I never really thought about it, I don't know. So I turn that back to my computer and I pretend that they're not there. But I keep getting my eyebrows waxed because, fuck it. And I just want to say, Tina Brown or the staff of Talk Magazine, if you're out there, thank you for giving me the courage to tame these unwieldy caterpillars.